Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're highlighting all the little details, Easter eggs, callbacks, as well as the biggest changes and additions to the world of The Last of Us compared to the games.
You swore.
The flashback. Within the games, we never get to learn much about Joel's past before Outbreak Day. But in episode 6, we open on a flashback of Joel's teenage years when he was roughly 16. Telling Tommy he'll take the blame and punishment from their father.
I said it'll be fine.
I'm gonna get the belt.
No, you're not. I will.
It's here that the series reaffirms Joel's savior complex, in which he puts himself in harm's way to protect his younger brother. We learn that Joel's father was a police officer, something that was never alluded to within the games, and some serious effort went into the recreation of the 1980s in Austin with a period-accurate police cruiser, uniform, and even Budweiser beer cans. This is also where we see the origin of another important piece of Joel's history, Joel's watch.
Honey, it's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not.
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
Whereas in the game, Sarah gifts Joel a brand new watch on his birthday, within the series, Sarah is instead seen getting Joel's old watch repaired. We didn't understand the significance of this at the time, but now it would seem that Joel's watch was passed down from his father. This in turn makes Joel's watch even more significant, as it not only represents his connection to Sarah, as it was the last gift she gave him, but also to his father, who hoped he would become a better father than he was and continue the tradition of each generation being better than the one before it.
You know, when it's your turn, I hope you do a little better than me.
Crafty Joel.
Oh, I need one more thing. Relax. You got a lot of them.
After Joel's death in-game and in the show, players and viewers are given a quick tour of Joel's house, and especially in-game can interact with numerous elements of Joel's home. It's during this exploration we see Joel is quite crafty, and has been working on numerous wood carvings which are scattered around his home. We get an even better look at his handiwork when Joel repairs the guitar he eventually gifts to Ellie by hand, even going so far as to carve a piece of bone into a custom saddle. All of this makes sense with Joel being a contractor in that kind of work, carrying over into his hobbies and downtime as well.
Took a bit of restoring. Real bone saddle here. Lacquered the whole body and used a Dremel to carve the, well, it's a rotary drill, or could be a saw depending on the tip, but actually it's a pretty versatile tool.
Jackson's Brewery. Shortly before Joel sets to work on Ellie's guitar, he visits Seth's bar, and we get a closer look at how Jackson unwinds. Every bottle of alcohol on the shelves behind Seth have homemade labels on them, meaning Jackson must have a pretty sophisticated distillery operation going on behind the scenes, especially considering the various types of alcohol on display.
Save me some of that. Say goodnight to Uncle Grumpy.
Good night, Uncle Grumpy.
We also get another look at the Red Hook sign hanging on the wall from episode 2, as well as an advertisement for Olympia Beer, which is also brewed in Seattle. Oddly enough, Olympia Beer was discontinued in 2003, almost as if they knew something was about to happen. Ellie's guitar.
And open.
Whoa, what's this?
Some folks call this a guitar.
One of the most significant changes between the show and the game is the origin of Ellie's guitar. Whereas in the game, Joel finds and restores a guitar before giving it to Ellie during their first months in Jackson, in the show, it's a much more personal gift. Joel essentially rebuilds the guitar completely and gives it to Ellie as her 15th birthday present. Besides this detail, the scene still plays out relatively the same, with Joel demonstrating his range on the guitar and vocals, even though Pearl Jam's Future Days wasn't released until 2013, a whole decade after the events of Outbreak Day. Maybe Joel was also secretly Pearl Jam's songwriter.
Well, that didn't suck.
Ellie's birthdays.
Well, let's hope Seth bakes better than he spells.
He does. That's really good.
While the game chose to piecemeal out their flashbacks throughout the playthrough, the series instead decides to speedrun all the important moments from Joel and Ellie's history leading up to the events of the current day.
Oh my god. It is a dinosaur! Joel!
Like it? Yeah. Likes it.
It's also worth noting that it seems Joel is the only one who celebrates Ellie's birthday, as it's only ever the two of them on this special day. While we were disappointed we didn't get more banter between the two, especially with the Explorer hat and the big bloater battle, we accept that these were meant to be special father-daughter moments.
Oh, man!
You want to try it on?
I do not.
Another not insignificant detail is that within the show's timeline, Ellie's 20th birthday should happen during her time in Seattle.
So all the teenage shit all at once, huh?
Apollo 1.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're going up to space. You need a helmet.
During their exploration of the space exhibit, just before entering the capsule, Joel tells Ellie to pick a helmet for their mission. Ellie ends up choosing the helmet from the Gemini spacesuit from Apollo 1. Apollo 1 was the tragic first mission to space in which the command module caught fire during pre-launch and all 3 astronauts were unable to escape and unfortunately perished in the fire. This is the same mission Ellie referenced when she and Dina found the bodies in the tank while exploring the streets of Seattle. Ellie also directly calls out this mission in-game when the pair find a similar tank with burned bodies in it during their first day in Seattle.
Kind of like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
One of the early moon missions, there was an electrical fire and the astronauts burned up in their capsule.
The Moth and the Owl.
Never did ask. What is it with the moths?
Nothing. I just read about them in a book on dreams and stuff. It's kind of symbolic.
Whereas in the game, it's assumed Ellie's fascination with moths stems from the etching on the guitar Joel gives her, in the series, Ellie is already obsessed with the dusty insects which leads Joel to carve one into her guitar. It's only years later Joel inquires about the moths and goes to Gale for further confirmation, to which she tells him they signify death.
Oh. So what's a moth?
Death. If you believe in that shit.
Which is technically true, but Ellie seems to have a different interpretation, in which the moth signifies someone drawn to the light and searching for purpose, which is evidenced by her sketches. Joel has a similar obsession with owls, which coincide with his views of himself as a wise but deadly stealth predator and protector.
But if somehow I had a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Joel's coffee. Joel's love of coffee is well documented throughout both games, and likewise within the series.
I really miss coffee.
Near the end of the episode, Ellie returns to talk to Joel about the events of the dance hall, and the scene plays out almost exactly as in-game, with Joel confessing he's ashamed of what he traded to get it.
The people that came through last week. I'm a little embarrassed for what I traded to get it, but it's not bad.
Eagle-eyed fans of the game, however, will notice Joel's cup is the exact one Ellie finds on the sink after his death, once again adorned with Joel's favorite animal, the owl. Joel's love of coffee also resonates after his death when Ellie lays the coffee beans on his grave.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Earth abides.
Is there a doctor's in sign on me like Lucy from Peanuts?
When Joel visits Gale during her lunch, Gale can be seen reading a book titled Earth Abides. The significance of this book is that it was one of the first stories to detail the events after a global pandemic nearly wiped out all of humanity all the way back in 1949. Within the book, humanity begins to revert to lower intelligence, especially after the last human who can read dies, leaving future generations completely illiterate. Last of Us writer Neil Druckmann has acknowledged the story's influence on the game and its themes of hope and rebuilding. Gale could also see parallels between herself and the novel as one of the last highly educated residents of Jackson as the next generation slowly begins to take over.
That probably means change and growth.
No, that would be a butterfly.
Oh.
What detail did you notice in episode 6 that we missed? Let us know what you found in the comments below.
I promise.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.